Well, this is the living room panner. And folks, I have survived. It is Saturday early morning, 1:15 a.m. Saturday. Been in this hospital since last Friday at 11 a.m. I checked myself in, shortness of breath, felt like death. I did not feel like I was going to survive. To make a long story short, they found numerous things wrong with me. The most of which being was they did not like the irregular heartbeat, they did not like my low oxygen, they did not like my high blood pressure, they did not like a lot of things. But so far, I've been through the ringer, folks, and let me tell you, my arms, I feel like a French whore on shore leave. I've been poked so many times. I made them stop hitting this arm. It was hurting so bad it got swole up from an IV of some blood thinners that I've just been letting them work this arm now. But I have good news and bad news. The good news is they went in and put that scope down to my heart thinking I had blockage in there and did not find any blockage. So that was a great relief around the day I put out the last video. I was so stressed, folks. I just knew I was going to die that day or they were going to find something terribly wrong. But they did not. So far, everything they have found wrong, they've given me pills for. Started out on IVs and eventually worked over to pills. So right now, and I'm not a pill person, I'm a BC powder person. I love them damn BC powders more than anything. But other than maybe I used to love cigarettes, and that's what got me here. But now I have not smoked. I could not smoke. I have craved them, but they've given me nicotine patches every day, and that's greatly helped. And I feel like I want to become a non-smoking advocate now about smoking and the dangers it can cause from long-term smoking. 35 years of smoking, I'm paying the price. And folks, I feel healthy compared to some of these folks I've seen in here that have other issues. So thank God. Thank you all for your prayers and thoughts. But back on the subject in a nutshell, they have given me medications for everything, my blood pressure, my everything except for my oxygen. There's because I'm uninsured, they've spent the last day or so trying to figure out whether I have to have oxygen at home. And it's on the line. I get down to about 88% when I get up and walk around and move around, which they're feeling like they can't go any lower than that. But yet with no insurance, nobody's going to give me any type of breathing apparatuses that I can have portable or take home or anything like that other than tanks. And we all know them tanks are a pain in the butt. So anyways, I told them this evening, I don't need that oxygen. That's fine. But when the good Lord's ready to take me, I feel like he's going to take me, whether one way or another. And then the other thing is I'm not happy with that they're still trying to figure out is why my feet and legs will not lose all this fluid. They're still so huge, but they're wrapped up tighter than a tick right now. And I'm taking water pills. Believe me, they probably got me on the maximum amount. They had it in an IV going in me, and they was pumping it to me so heavy, I was peeing every 5 minutes for, I don't know, almost 2 days straight. I could not sleep. I'd have to get up and pee every 15 minutes at best during the night. And then my back started hurting. Started complaining to them about that, and they said, well, the pee pills will hurt your kidney, you know. So they backed me off on that and started me on the pill version of it, which has kind of regulated it a little bit and decreased the back problem, but I don't pee as much now. I feel like I still need to pee a lot out, even though I feel better. I've lost almost 60 pounds, but I lost that 60 pounds in the first 3 days I was in here, and that was all immediate water just flooding my chest cavity and maybe some out of my legs. But so anyways, we're now down to, like I said, I've had 9 different doctors. I've had a blood specialist, I've had a heart doctor, a lung doctor. I probably can't even remember all of them, but they got me on medication for everything. The only thing they can't medicate you for is your O2, your oxygen level. That's oxygen. That's the only thing that's going to bring that up, and the swelling. And I mean, they got me on the maximum amount of that as I can take. So other than that, they got me on blood thinner, which I did not want to get on. They gave me a long talk about blood thinner and the dangers of it. And so I'm on blood thinners now. I'm on heart rhythm pills because of my heart rate was 115 to 125, which they said was way too high. It should be under 100 beats. So they finally got that in check, and I didn't have high cholesterol. They checked my liver, kidneys, lungs, and things like that, and I didn't have any kind of clotting or any kind of major things going on there. So I'm not on that, but I know there's other things I'm not remembering right now that I am on pill-wise. Every morning I get like 13 or 14 pills, and then I think in the evening I'm getting 5. So they're pumping me up, man. That's more pills than I've taken in a year's time, And I'm tired of being poked on, man. Like I said, I feel like a French on shore leave. I've been poked so many times. They take blood twice a day. I get, I used to anyways. It's gotten better. Just as the week has progressed and the more pills they're turning me over to, it's less injections. And right now I'm not even on an IV. I just have the IV still in my hand, and they told me they wouldn't take that out until the last day when I'm dismissed, just in case. So look at that, man. That's crazy. I've been hit so many times, and I had this great fear of needles for so many years, and now they're not so bad. I've been hit so many times, probably over 30 times. When they come in the early morning hours for lab work, I just lay my arm out there and let them do what they gotta do. So I'm over the needles now, or at least I think I am. And anyways, I'm glad to be alive. I actually really thought I was fixing to pass on in this world and go see some of my old friends up in the big gateway up in heaven, and maybe do a little panning, because I'm pretty sure them rivers up in heaven are full of gold. And so I thought I was fixing to time out and clock out there for a minute, but I figured God's got me a plan for something. He wouldn't have left me on this planet. So I'm going to change, folks. I've been trying to change for the past couple of months, but now I'm really set out to make a change and do something different with my life. So again, I appreciate all y'all's well thoughts, y'all's prayers. It means a lot to me. I'm sorry to have came off at y'all sideways that one night, because I was really depressed and really feeling like this was the end. But I appreciate y'all coming out the woodwork. I've heard from people I hadn't heard from in over 5 years, and it's really nice to know some of my old friends, even though I don't hear from them, y'all are still out there, and I do the same for y'all. So thank you so much for all of the thoughts and the well wishes, man. It's so great to hear, and it's so inspiring and motivating. So I'm not sure what else to say. It's the middle of the night, and I just had to get up and pee for like the 37th time in the past 24 hours, so that's about right. I'm on schedule there, and they're talking about possibly I can go home tomorrow, but they've told me that the last 3 days in a row and ended up keeping me another day. So I about wore this chair out and wore this bed out, but I have been getting around. They've been letting me walk. I've got downgraded to a less intensive care room. The room that I'm in now is more like a regular room. The one I was in, man, it was tight up there. It was right next to intensive care unit. I forget the name of it, but they had all the bells and whistles and monitors in there, and you couldn't sleep in that room. Those monitors were going off all night long. But it's been a hell of a ride, folks, and I'm glad to say I'm still here, staying vertical and sucking air. So, looking forward to putting out some positive content in the future. Again, thank you all for your thoughts and well wishes. And we'll figure something out with this oxygen machine and these swollen legs. I may have to live with it for a while. I did get I'm pretty sure I had a social worker come up and visited with me a couple times, and they put me in for a disability and Medicaid, and it seems like she came back the next day and said I've already been approved for Medicaid, so I think they're going to work on some disability, and maybe I won't have to work so hard at least the rest of my life and try to take it easy, which means maybe a little more panning of some gold. I've been stockpiling it long enough. I got enough to keep me busy for over a year at least. So we'll see where this road takes us, folks. I just am glad to be here. I'm glad to have all of y'all. Sorry again for the startling video this last go around, and I do appreciate y'all's support. And definitely not looking forward to going home, because my house smells like a bar, an ashtray, so I'm going to have to start doing a deep cleaning of my house when I get home. But I'm determined to make life better, and it will be better. And again, thank you all for your support, and the Panner has survived. So y'all sub one another, love one another. Don't forget the important things in life, because sometimes you get caught up with other things and forget, who's important. And my family has come out and supported me through this like you cannot believe, and my YouTube family has as well. And it's been great. Now that I'm coming down to the end of this thing and I reflect back on it, I'm glad to be here. So I'm gonna cut this off. It's been long enough, and I will reach out to y'all maybe in a few days once I get home, and we'll see what happens. So, like I said, y'all love one another, sub one another. I love you guys, man. Y'all are a wonderful community to be involved with. And you know what the old Panner says, keep on staying vertical, sucking air, try to stay positive, and later, taters.